Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about dApps, decentralized applications, class 106. Let's talk about it. Let's get it. My name is Rich and thank you for coming back and watching another video. This is class 106. We're going to talk about decentralized applications, dApps that are known on the blockchain. These are the applications just like any other software that you get involved with, but these are a little bit different, actually a lot different. They're decentralized, peer-to-peer, very trustless, and very useful. Let's talk about it. Let's get it. So we're going to get right into this video by talking about what decentralized applications are, using this Decrypt website as they kind of detail more of what dApps are and what they are and how they actually function. And so let's get right into the website, decrypt.co, and there's a lot of useful information here. So let's get right into it. What are decentralized apps or dApps? Decentralized applications or dApps are a radical new way of building applications using blockchain to do away with centralized middlemen. So meaning that applications that are built right now are centralized by whatever organization, company, entity that has control over it. They say what can and cannot happen, plain and simple, and you have to be governed by them. Decentralized applications are built and designed so that way no middleman is really or truly involved in what transactions are happening and how they happen, other than how the parameters are built. And we accept them, and there's also options for governance in certain dApps, where the community or people who hold a token or cryptographic coin can go ahead and vote on what's the next step and how developers should make a better option for the people to interact with these dApps. So as we read on, what is dApp, decentralized apps? dApps are centralized apps that are like normal apps and offer similar functions, but the key difference is that they run on a peer-to-peer network such as blockchain or using smart contracts. The smart contracts are contracts or designs within the code, and it's a contract between person to person, peer to peer, or between actually the dApp itself and or the interactive person, me and or you, which says we're going to conduct X, and as a result, Y should happen. And that's a smart contract because it's not a middleman involved to say this is going to happen, how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen. The contract's already written, and it'll automate as it goes. As dApps are decentralized, they can't be controlled by a single person or entity. dApps are often have the following features. They're open source and operate on their own without any one entity controlling them. Their data and records are public. They use cryptographic token to help keep their network secure. While many in the blockchain and crypto community believe that dApps should have all these features, as the industry is matured, there are dApps that use some, a combination of, or none of the above. Right, so some of them have everything that we're saying. With the main thing that may not happen here is that the dApps are not open source, and the reason for that is that people want to keep their code private. That way there isn't copies and copies and copies of someone else's hard work. Then we go on and say, what are the benefits of dApps? dApps have several exciting aspects. Censorship resistant, with no single point of failure, is it difficult of governing or powerful individual control the network. No downtime, relying on a peer-to-peer system ensures that the dApp continues to work even if the individual computer or parts of the network go down. That means because there's other parts of it that are going to continue to run. Blockchain based. As they are made using smart contracts, they can easily be integrated into cryptocurrencies into basic functionalities of the dApp. Open source. Open source is easy, meaning that the source code is open to the public for everyone to look at and actually be peer reviewed if possible. So that way we know that the coders haven't had or are not conducting some type of malicious activity. But again, coders want to keep their hard work private so that way people aren't making forks and or offsprings of their hard work. What are the weaknesses of dApps? While dApps promise to solve a lot of problems faced with regular apps, there are also some disadvantages. You're going to experience hacks. So the dApps code is not completely audited and vetted very carefully. There could be vulnerability flaws, and they happen all the time, especially in Ethereum's ecosystem. Usability. A lot of the dApps have poor interfaces. It's something that has driven many users away. You can read all over the reviews and these services on other review pages. However, this is something that is improving as time goes on. developers are not always that savvy on making functionality important to the end user. They want to write their code and make the code just code. So it makes it a little bit more difficult for me and or you to use it, especially when you're talking about blockchain, because blockchain in our head seems to be complicated, although in true essence it's not. But we need our developers to make the ecosystem a lot more friendly to grandma and grandpa. And if you do so for them, you also need to make it for Junior and little Sally. So we need these dApps to be functionable for the average person to use them on a very simplistic level. And that's a little bit of a problem because coders think in logic and they make things logically the way they want to. Then the last one is users. And I think we went over that. As with many Web 2.0 apps, the more users a dApp has, the more effective the network is in diverting those services. So we need more people to get involved in this ecosystem. And as more people get involved, development will get a lot better. Then it starts to talk about what dApps are out there, and there's several dApps that are out there. We talk about Uniswap on Ethereum, Compound, Pool Together, Audius, Decentraland. We're talking from metaverse to audio, gaming, decentralized finance, from DEXs to bond protocols to all type of finance, loan protocols. Everything can be done with these dApps, and as they become more fluid, they'll become part of our ecosystem in our daily lives. But we need the US to make some regulations ASAP. So a good source of information to find out dApp applications, DeFi, you can come over to DeFi Llama, go on the DeFi, go to chains, and you'll see the many different chains that are available that have DeFi protocols. So we know Ethereum, Tron, Binance Smart Chain, Atrium, Polygon, Optimism, Avalanche Foundry Network, and Cardano is very new, so it's listed down at number 19. It has risen over time. We will get in the top 10. But if you select one of these like Ethereum, it'll show you all the DeFi projects that are available, the type of projects that they are, and the total value locked, and so on. And the changes per day, per 7-day, and per month. We can do the same thing for Tron, right? Justland, Justin Stables. And as we see now, Cardano has 17 DeFi projects right now, and they're very, very small in total value locked. I mean, 53 million is nothing in comparison to some of the protocols on Ethereum. We have a long way to go, but we'll catch up as time goes on. But DeFi Llama gives you a better idea of what DeFi projects are out there, the total value locks. It also gives you an explanation of what the project is, their website, and so forth. So check out DeFi Llama. You'll appreciate it. Vast amounts of information is on there, and give it a swirl. So without going through every dApp, we're just going to start out naming them, going to their websites, and give you an idea of what there are. So just like with any dApp, you launch the app, then you connect using your wallet. You're going to use web-based, it's going to be actually MetaMask, and you connect, and you're part of the ecosystem. Now your web-based personal wallet, dApp wallet is connected. And if you have funds in it, you'll be able to interact with this protocol in whichever way is required. Then you have Olympus DAO. This is the future of decentralized reserve currency. There's so much going on with Olympus DAO to open up so many doors in this DeFi ecosystem. Right now, there's own tokens. Total value is market cap is at 223 million. The price right now of OHM is at $10.37. Is liquid. Backing prices in case something happened to the price of OHM is $11.12. So there's a backing behind it staked with collateral, and there's vast amounts of information on the OHM protocol. You also have Lido, start staking, and you have staking protocols. You can stake Ethereum, Polygon, Solana, Polkadot, and Kusama, and earn a reward by staking on their protocol. On the Cardano side, you have liquid finance. In liquid finance, you can provide liquidity, supply it on ADA and or DGIT, and then loan out or borrow against what you put out to them, and then reap the reward. Just remember that there is a possibility of you suffering liquidation if the prices go down before you pay back your loan. So this is very risky. I would not loan out more than 40% of the value of a token that I have, or borrow out more than 40% of the value of a token I have, without the reassurance that I could pay it back as well. So as time goes on, these loaning or lending platforms will become more refined and a lot better off, and your crypto can be used as leverage. but we need to be more realistic because of what happened with all the different loan protocols in the last bear market. Then again, Cardano, you have DJIT is another DeFi platform. This is collateralized stablecoin at a ratio of right now of 495%, and that's what holds its value. So there's 13 million DJIT tokens, which are valued at $1. You can see the base reserve is 34 million ADA, which is almost triple. And there's a lot of information here. Circulating supply is 2.6 million. Mintable amount is 800 million. Mintable amount is 844,000. Then you have Indigo Protocol, which is a synthetic asset of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a stable coin called ITRUST, which is very popular right now. And it tells you its total value locked. There's also a staking protocol within this ecosystem, so you can stake your indie tokens and gain more rewards as liquidations, stable pools, and a vast array of different options. And then again on Cardano, you have the #1 DEX platform, which is MinSwap, decentralized application for swapping tokens, the decentralized DEX, very similar to Uniswap and Ethereum, not in its entirety, but it is pretty good. It is our #1 DEX on Cardano. So these are our dApps. This is all the dApps, decentralized apps. I'm not going into vast detail about this, but this is what decentralized apps are. You have exchanges without a centralized authority, no third party telling you when and what to do. And when you exchange with these decentralized apps, they go right into your wallet. They're not custodied by any other authority. So dApps take away the middleman. They're decentralized, peer-to-peer, trustless, autonomous. You don't need another person telling you when and how you can or cannot do something. On top of that, because it's decentralized, nobody's blocking you from the services as well. You can use the service as you please, when you please, and how you please. And you can also, at certain times, vote if there's a governance aspect to the project. So this is dApps. I hope it was a little bit clear to you. If not, reach out to me, and I'll do my best to help you understand what dApps are. So again, my name is Rich. Thank you for watching this video, Class 106 on dApps. If you have any questions, please reach out to me again. If you want to get notified every time I make a video, hit that bell notification. If you like the content, hit that thumbs up. You want to subscribe to the channel, please do. Support your boy, Blackstar. Light in the darkness, babe. Peace.